K0TR. Please stand by while I set up the repeater for net mode.
PL off.
The Denver Radio Club net will begin at 8:30. This is K0TR. QSD from the Denver Radio Club. Welcome to the Denver Radio Club net, being held on repeater W0TX. This is a meeting held on the air every Sunday evening at about 8:30 p.m. Good evening. My name is Jim. My call sign is Kilo Zero, Tango Oscar Romeo. I'll be your net control station transmitting from Littleton, Colorado. If there is any emergency or priority traffic during this net, say break at any pause, and the net will be suspended until the emergency or priority traffic is completed. This net is for Denver Radio Club members and all interested radio amateurs. We're here to share information concerning any ham-related activities. Regular meetings at the Denver Radio Club are held on the third Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. And with the COVID-19 virus restrictions, we have a virtual meeting, and we use Google Hangout as the website for our virtual meetings. And if you're on the mailing list, you'll get the address information as far as how to sign into that website. If not, that address information can be found on our website at W0TX.org. And our next meeting will be held on October the 14th. An Elmer session is held at 6 p.m. just prior to our monthly meeting. And this session addresses any amateur radio questions that you might have. So whether you're new to amateur radio or interested in some new application of amateur radio, this is a session where you can get help. Also, every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m., except the third Wednesday when a monthly meeting is held, there's a learning net held on 145.490 megahertz and 448.625 megahertz. This is another area where you can find answers for your amateur radio-related questions. As a general interest club, we provide emergency communication for the Salvation Army, the City of Wheat Ridge Police Department, City of Lakewood Police Department, West Metro Fire District, and the St. Anthony's West Hospital. We're always looking for members who would like to participate in this support. Please contact our club president if you'd like to help. Our current president is Jerry Vilhauer, W0GV. Jerry's telephone number is 303-467-0223. The Denver Radio Club website address is www.w0TX.org. Again, Jerry's telephone number is 303-467-0223. The Denver Radio Club also participates in the ARRL Volunteer Examiner Program. Again, with the COVID-19 restrictions, we have to find a location that we can hold VE tests so we can get the right separation. And so as we set a site up, we will announce that on our website, and also hope to pass that information here on the Sunday Night Net. So stay tuned. If you have questions in regards to testing, you can touch base with our VE team lead, Tom Koszalski, KC2CAG, and his phone number is 720-284-1911. This is the Denver Radio Club Net, W0TX, and this is K0TR serving as net control. Are there any special announcements or bulletins for the net this evening? If so, please call now.
K0VBA.
K0VBA, Curtis, go ahead.
Okay, let me see. I got about several things here. Number one, can you give me a repeat on that, on Tom, AC2, his call sign and his telephone number?
Yes, Tom's call sign is KC2CAG, and his phone number is 720-284-1911.
Okay, and I assume like most VEs, I got all, but I didn't get the suffix on his call sign. But I assume like most VEs, they may even be able to go to someone's home to do a test if they're handicapped. Is that correct?
I would think that's the case, Curtis. I'm not positive of that, but his call sign again is KC2CAG, and you can certainly give him a call and see what arrangements they can make in that regard.
Okay, I'll pass that along to a person who's just about ready for his tech test. And thank you for that. Speaking of the tech test, we have my tech classes have completed the question pool. We are now ready for some sample tests. Okay, so right now we have one student in Parker, Colorado area, but we're going to try to get him along. So he's actually he will be a retread, but anyway, so he may be ready for the test pretty quickly. Nevertheless, I think he'll be glad to have some review in the way of sample tests. But our main teacher has been taken down by a hurricane, and one of my Zoom hosts is out of town. So I'd like to have somebody who'd be willing to help out with reading those sample questions, probably from QRZ.com, and who is a Zoom host, and who'd be willing to pitch in. Give me a call, give me your telephone number, or one final thing. These sample questions would be open to anybody, and so let me give you the. After break, I'll give you my the method of checking into Zoom and the my telephone number. All right, no, Scott, I'm sorry, my Zoom ID number. Okay, this is K0VBA. The telephone number for Zoom in Denver is 720-707-2699, and our Zoom ID number is 303-424-7373. So is anybody able to pitch in? Nothing heard. I can do the hosting myself if I have to. It just sacrifices a little of the security, but I can do it. I have done it before. I think probably the person who is going to do the I haven't heard back from the person who is going to do the hosting, but it's presumably he can get into QRZ or some other place where there's test questions. K0VBA.
Curtis, what I might suggest you do is when we come up for other business after our check-ins and such, you might make that announcement again. You might have more people on there that will hear that. So just a suggestion.
K0VBA, roger.
K0VBA is K02R. I got you checked in, Curtis. All right. Before regular check-ins, I'd like to welcome and invite any visiting radio amateurs to check in to the Denver Radio Club net this evening. During this net, we disable the requirement for the 100 Hz PL repeater access tone. So you can use either 145.490 megahertz with a minus 600 kilohertz offset, or 448.625 megahertz with a minus 5 megahertz offset. Are there any visiting radio amateurs who'd like to check into the Denver Radio Club net tonight? If so, please call out.
W0TX repeater.
KF0BOW, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Bravo Oscar Whiskey.
Kilo 9 Bravo Yankee Uniform, Russell, Highlands Ranch Mobile.
All right, Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. KF0POW, could I get a name, please?
Chad in Evergreen.
All right, Chad, thanks for checking in tonight. And just out of curiosity, how did you find us?
I've been looking at your website all afternoon and several others, just trying to figure out where I might fit in. So I just wanted to join the net tonight and see what we got going on.
Well, very good. Welcome to the net. I'm glad to have you check in. And we invite you to check in any Sunday night. And if there's any way we can help, we'd certainly like to do that as well. So, again, welcome to the net. And next I had, I believe it was K9BYU. And could I get a name? I missed your name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I apologize. I checked in too early. This is Russell, K9BYU.
No problem, Russell. And make one call. If we have any other visitors that would like to check in, please call now.
KF0AWC, Brian.
Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-in. KF0AWC Brian, welcome to the net this evening, Brian. And again, how did you happen to find us?
Oh, I've been listening for a while and just finally checked in.
Oh, very good. Glad to have you join us. And we certainly would invite you to check in any Sunday evening. And again, if there's anything we can do to help you along the lines of ham radio, please don't hesitate to ask. That's what the hobby is all about. And we're always willing to help out anyone with any kind of questions, how experienced or inexperienced they might be. And we all went through that process at one time, and some of us are still going through it. So, again, welcome to the net. I'm glad to have you join us. All right, before I move on, let me make one more call. Are there any other visitors that would like to join the net this evening? Please call now. All right, next I'd like to welcome and invite any newly licensed or recently upgraded radio amateurs to check in. Please call now. All right, I'll take regular check-ins in groups, and please let me know if you have traffic when you check in, and I'll get back to you. First, radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters A through E, Alpha through Echo. Please call now.
Kilo Delta 0, Delta Uniform Juliet, Denver, North. Kilo Foxtrot 0, Alpha Foxtrot Quebec, Troy.
KB0CHT, Jeff in Lakewood, no traffic.
November 5, Charlie Mike Kilo Greg in Denver, no traffic.
November 0, Delta Bravo Sierra, Dawn in Denver, no traffic.
Whiskey Delta 6, Delta Oscar Kilo Rich in Arvada, no traffic.
Kilo Alpha 5, Delta Kilo Sierra Ken in Arvada.
Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. First check-in started, and I copied KD0DU, and then you got a double walked on you. Could you come back with, verify your call sign and give me a first name, please?
Kilo Delta 0, Delta Uniform Juliet, Chris in Denver, no traffic.
All right, thanks, Chris. Appreciate that. And next I had K0DPR Paul, and KF0AFQ Troy, KB0CHT Jeff, N5CMK Greg, N0DBS Don, WD6 DOK Rich, and KA5DKS Ken. Make one more call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters A through E, Alpha through Echo. Please call now.
N0EYZ Jim in Littleton.
KC0CZ, Bob at Thornton.
Alpha Fox
Echo, Alex Broomfield.
And Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. N0EYZ Jim, KC0CZ Bob, AF0E Alex, and K1DBC Drone. Move on down the alphabet, and radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters F through J, Foxtrot through Juliet. Please call now.
Kilo 7 India Romeo Charlie, Bill Highlands Ranch, no traffic.
W0GV Jerry Westminster.
Kilo 6 Hotel, Juliet Victor, Tom Arvada, no traffic.
Kilo 0 Juliet November Mike, Jim and Highlands Ranch, no traffic.
Whiskey 0 India Bravo Alpha, Eric in Hudson, no traffic.
Alpha 0 Juliet Kilo, AA0JK, Fred in Arvada. Good evening, no traffic.
W0TX Repeater.
November 0 Golf Tango Golf, Kurt in Denver.
Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. K7 IRC Bill, W0GV Jerry, K6 HJV Tom, K0JNM Jim, W0IBA Eric, AA0JK Fred, and N0GTG Kurt. Make one more call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters F through J, Foxtrot through Juliet. Please call now. All right, moving down the alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters K through O, Kilo through Oscar. Please call now.
Kilo 0 Lima Papa Romeo Lanier and Inglewood.
Whiskey 0 Lima Foxtrot, Orleans Golden, no traffic, over.
Whiskey 0 Mike Delta Kilo, Matt in Denver.
Kilo Echo 0 Oscar Charlie, Tom, Fort Lupton.
WG0N, Dave.
W6 OAV, Bill Highlands Ranch, good evening.
And Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. K0 LPR Lanier, WW0LF Orland, W0MDK Matt, and I got part of a call without name. Noise kind of covered you up. I've got K0OC question mark. Could I get the rest of the call and name, please?
That is the call, KE0C, and the name's Tom, Fort Lupton.
Alrighty, thanks, Tom, KE0OC. And next I had K0KPS Kevin, WG0N Dave, and W6OAV Bill. I'll make one more call for radio amateurs. This call suffixes begin letters K through O, Kilo through Oscar. Please call now.
Kilo Echo 0, Oscar Sierra India, Tom, Highlands Ranch, no traffic.
Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-in. KE0OSI Tom. Move on down the alphabet and radio amateurs. Call suffixes begin letters P through T, Papa through Tango. Please call now.
Whiskey Bravo 2, Sierra Hotel Romeo. Stanton, Denver, no traffic.
Kilo Echo 0, Romeo Victor Zulu, John, Lakewood, no traffic.
K0 RCW, Robert, no traffic.
Kilo Echo 0, Tango Hotel, India, Paul and Lakewood, no traffic.
Kilo Echo 0, Romeo Charlie Whiskey, Robert in Arvada, no traffic.
Kilo Bravo Niner, Quebec Delta Golf, KB Niner QDG, Carl, Lakewood, no traffic.
KE0 RVZ John, K0 RCW Robert, KE0 THI Paul, and KE0 RCW Robert. Make one more call for radio amateurs. This call suffixes begin letters P through T, Papa through Tango. Please call now.
N0, November, Tango, Echo.
Kilo Bravo Niner, Quebec Delta Golf, KB Niner QDG, Carl, Lakewood, no traffic.
N0, Tango Oscar Echo. I garbled my last call sign. It's November 0 Tango Oscar Echo Dick.
Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome. Not sure that I got the right number here, right call sign or I got the I didn't get a name. Come back please with the name. All right, next I had KB9er QDG Carl and N0TOE Dick. Move on down the alphabet. Radio amateurs. Call suffixes begin letters U through Z, uniform through Zulu. Please call now.
KF0UV, Marshall and Glendale.
W0TX Repeater.
Kilo Alpha Zero, Victor Bravo Alpha. Something new and something old.
Kilo Echo Zero, Yankee Kilo Victor, Bill in Lakewood, no traffic.
Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. KF0UV Marshall and KE0VBA Curtis, we had you check in. And next I had KE0YKV Bill. Make one more call for radio amateurs. This call suffixes begin letter U through Z, uniform through Zulu. Please call now. All right, let me open up the entire alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters A through Z, Alpha through Zulu. Please call now.
Kilo Echo Zero, Mike Golf Tango, Don in Aurora, no traffic.
Kilo India Zero, India Delta, Clay in Aurora.
And Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome a flying. Go ahead, Jerry, the net is yours.
Yeah, Jim, you're really going noisy at times, and then it comes back full quieting, so I don't know what's going on with you there, if you've got a loose connection or something. But anyway, welcome everybody. It's been pretty quiet, so I don't really have anything to bring up. We had our meeting last Wednesday. We'll have the information out for the next meeting program shortly, and hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for checking in. And that's about all I've got, which is not much this evening. So back to you, Jim, W0GV.
All right, thanks, Jerry. Stand by a moment here and let me check connection, see if that's my problem.
I think it was a double K0VBA.
Well, I don't know if that helped or not, but we tried to tighten it up and see if it helped. All right. I didn't see anybody that checked in tonight that had traffic. Unless, Curtis, you want to go through and make your announcement again in regards to your needs?
Well, not only that, but something we can offer to somebody who might be getting ready for his tech test, probably not listening. Somebody might know somebody, though. But first, something a little bit fun. I want to do a shout out to the two RCW stations that that checked in during their turn. When I was growing up in Griswold, Iowa, under my call sign K0KZC, I had a friend in Cumberland, Iowa, about 20 miles away, whose humorous phonetics were W's are a real corn whiskey. So now you two guys have got a new set of phonetics for yourselves. KA0VBA, just a moment. Okay, now back to more serious things. My tech test activities have gone to the point of we've finished the question pool and we're ready to start some sample tests, probably from QRZ. And if anybody who's a member of QRZ and also a Zoom host would, or even either one, well, no, might be willing to help out reading these tests. One of our main instructor in Louisiana is down because of the hurricane, really tore him up, and one of our hosts is out of town, so we could use another Zoom host who would be willing to help out with these question pools. So give me a call at 303-424-7373. And finally, if anybody knows anybody who wants to get in on this, on these sample tests, the Zoom ID in Denver is 720-707-2699, and the meeting ID is 303-424-7373. Who'd have thunk it? KA0VBA. Any questions? Okay, back to you, KA0VBA.
K0VBA. Thanks, Curtis. This is K02R. I didn't have anyone else that indicated they had traffic on the net tonight, so this is the Denver Radio Club Net W0TX, and this is K02R, your net control station. Does anyone have any other comments, information, or business for the net? If so, please call now. K1DBC drone, yes, go ahead. All right, K1DBC drone, appreciate that. And making other calls. Anyone else have any comments, information, or business for the net? Please call now.
W0TX
W0IBA with a question.
W0IBA, yes, go ahead with the question.
Hey, unfortunately, I missed the meeting on Wednesday. I had a late call at work. I kind of wanted to see the presentation on, I believe, emergency power it was. It doesn't happen to be recorded, then could be viewed at a later date or something like that. And if it's not, would that be feasible to do? Kind of be interesting to see some of that, at least the presentations at maybe a later date if some of us can't make the meeting. Back to net, W0IBA.
Yes, K1DBC, drone, go ahead.
Okay, W0IBA here again. Yep, I see some of these things here on YouTube. I don't know if the recent one is on here, but I'll do some searching and see if I can dig that up. Much appreciate the info. W0IBA, back to net.
All right, K1DBC and W0IBA. This is K02R. Very good. Glad we were able to help you out there, Eric. And let's see, make another call. Does anyone else have any comments, information, or business for the net? Please call now. All right, do we have any late check-ins? Please call now.
Kilo Echo 0, Mike Golf Tango, Don and Aurora, no traffic.
And Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-in. KE0MGT Don. Make sure we got everyone in. Make one more call. Any late check-ins, please call now. All right, I'll now review the weekend contests. We don't have any upcoming Hamfest reports, so unfortunately. But we do have a few contests coming up, somewhat of a short list this week compared to others. And let's see, start with, we got the CQ Worldwide DX Contest, RTTY. That begins on September the 26th at 0 hour Zulu, goes through September 27th until 23:59 hour Zulu. That's on 80 through 10 meters, and that's a digital contest. Next, we have the main QSO party. That begins on September 26th at 1200 hour Zulu, goes through September 27th until 1200 hour Zulu. That is on 160 through 10 meters. That is a CW and phone contest. And next we have the AGCW VHF UHF contest. Begins on September 26th at 1400 hour Zulu, goes through September 26th until 1800 hour Zulu. That's on a 2 meters and 70 centimeters, and that's a CW contest. A couple reminders, the High Noon Net, they meet daily at 12 noon with earlier check-ins beginning at 11:30. They meet on a frequency of 7.240 megahertz, which is on a 40-meter band. And also the Salvation Army Saturn Net. They meet at 1500 hour Zulu, that's 9 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. They meet Monday through Saturday on a frequency of 14.265 megahertz, which is on the 20-meter band. The Denver Radio Club maintains the found repeaters for use by all radio amateurs: 147.330 megahertz with a positive offset, 145.490 megahertz with a negative offset, a 224.380 megahertz with a negative offset, a 449.350 megahertz with a negative offset, a 448.625 megahertz with a negative offset, a 447.825 megahertz with a negative offset. Our digital turbo repeater operating on Brandmeister on 446.7875 megahertz with a negative offset, and our C4 FM digital repeater on 449.775 megahertz with a negative offset. The 447.825 megahertz repeater is configured for narrowband FM, and that requires a digital coded squelch of 073. There are two repeaters on 147.330 megahertz. The repeater in Lakewood requires a 100 hertz PL tone, and a second repeater located east near Franktown requires a 131.8 hertz PL tone. We have a second repeater on the same frequency out east to improve coverage along the Front Range and into the canyons. However, having two repeaters on the same frequency that have two different propagations requires that you monitor the frequency to assure neither is in use prior to making your call. The 449.350 megahertz repeater provides wide area coverage, and this repeater hosts the Link station W0TX node number 4140. And the 448.625 megahertz repeater is linked with the 145.490 megahertz repeater. The repeater on 449775 is now a C4 FM digital only repeater, and each repeater requires a 100 hertz PL tone for activation, except as noted, and each uses standard offsets. And for packet, we have the 145.050 megahertz gateway on 2 meters that is interconnected with the 14.105 megahertz gateway on 20 meters for packet QSO. And we have a 6-meter repeater on 53.09 megahertz with an input on 52.09 megahertz with the required 107.2 hertz PL tone. Your support of the Denver Radio Club is greatly appreciated. If you'd like to participate in any of the many club activities, please contact our club president, Jerry Vilhauer, W0GV. And again, I'd like to put out a big welcome to KF0BOW Chad and KF0AWC Brian, visitors to the net tonight. We certainly welcome to the net, and invite them to come back any Sunday night that they can. I'll always be glad to have them join us. And I'd like to thank everyone for checking into the Denver Radio Club net tonight. Your support is greatly appreciated. I hope you all have a great week, 7-3. And tonight we had a total of 44 check-ins, and the Denver Radio Club W0TX net is now closed at 9:17, and a repeater is available for regular use. This is K0TR, your net control station. And please stand by a moment while I return the PL tone to the repeater.
W0TX repeater.
And this is K02R, and I am clear.